All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome scholars. Good evening and welcome to your final exam review. I am, as always, Doc G, and I'm here to guide you through your final exam review, right? We are right here at the end of the semester. It's been a heck of a semester. We are going to get through it today together, right? So this afternoon, my plan is I want to run through kind of the frequently asked questions, right? These things over here. I'm going to run through those and then I'm going to take your questions. I'm just giving it a quick peek. It doesn't look like there's anyone else out here, but that's okay. I'll run through the frequently asked questions and let you know that I will still be available to answer questions all day tomorrow if you have content questions, right? All day Wednesday. If you have content questions, I'll take them. So let's go ahead and jump in, right? So the frequently asked questions for your exam. First and foremost, your exam will open this Thursday, right? That is May 7th. We'll open at 5 a.m. It's going to be open all the way through 11:59 p.m. on Monday, May 11th. Right? So you will have a pretty wide period. You've got about 5 days to get this exam in. Now, as always, right, once you click start, you'll have 2 hours to take the exam. Right, so make sure you're watching the clock as you're doing that. The format is exactly the same as the midterm, right? There are 10 IDs and 1 essay. You gotta answer everything, right? The 10 ID questions are derived from, right, the lessons that we've been having. There's a pool of about 30 of them. You're going to randomly be selected to have 10 of them. I would remind you to not be using outside sources as you're taking this. I'm pretty good at sniffing that out, and I will be a little bit more strict about that this time around than I was at the midterm. I will report you to academic affairs. You will receive a 0 in the class, especially if this isn't your first warning. So be aware of that, right? So there are 10 IDs and 1 essay, exactly the same way as you did them in the midterm. Make sure you answer them all. Also, as a reminder, right, our Moodle is funky. So write your answers in another program, copy and paste them back into Moodle. Again, this format stuff, right, these FAQs were pretty much the exact same thing as the midterm. We did this the same way. Oh, hey. Right, we did this the same way. So, right, just this is very much the exact same thing, just different content as the midterm. In the past, students have done better on the second exam than the first one, just because, one, you're used to how I do exams, and two, the content actually I think is a little more straightforward, a little bit easier than the previous exams. So there is that. So moving forward, right, that's kind of what we've got, right? So opens Thursday, 11:50 at 5 a.m. closes Monday at 11:59 p.m. You're going to have 2 hours to take it. 10 IDs, 1 essay. The essay is a big picture sort of essay. Everything else, I'm really only testing you from the midterm on. So you're not going to see things that show up on the midterm or from the first half of the class. This is pretty much just the first half of the course onward. So there you go. If you have other questions, I will totally be willing to answer those. Yeah, let's go ahead and transition to question time. Seems like a good idea. So if you have questions, please enter them into YouTube chat. They'll show up down here. I'm watching it right there. Or put it into Discord if that's where you'd rather put it. There we go. Yeah. So just put them, all right. Shows the WWE closes on May 8th. How are you supposed to answer the IDs again? All right, so let me answer those in order, right? Moodle, it is definitely due on the 11th. I'll make sure that that is correct. To answer the IDs, you will, right, 3 sentences is what I'm looking for here. Define it. Why is it important, and how does it impact U.S. politics? Those instructions should be in the Moodle, but right, define it, Why is it important? How does it impact U.S. politics? Those are the main things I am looking for there. I'm going to go ahead and start the question countdown timer. If you can think of other questions, we'll give it about 5 minutes. Yeah, no, the exam is due the 11th. See what else we got. The final only covers the second half of the course, right? Now the essay covers, right, assumes that you're going to be talking about material from the whole course, but the ID questions you get are only going to be from the second half of this course. So everything after the midterm, right? From Congress through foreign policy, that's going to be what I'm testing you for. All right. Example from the midterm of why it's important. Let's see. Pull up the midterm exam over here. See what we had on there. Okay. Yes, the ID questions are like the key terms and a good way to answer them, right? So let's take a look at one of these, shall we? All right, this is from the midterm. So just to show you one that we were doing there. All right. All right, so midterm. The term, right, if we use de-affiliation, right? So what is it? De-affiliation is people no longer becoming members of political parties. Why is it important? This shows that overall there's decreasing levels of support for the two major political parties in the United States. How does this impact politics in the United States? The way this impacts politics in the United States is that the political parties increasingly do not represent the political will of the population. Does that make sense? All right. So why it's important is kind of the reason why I would want you to know it. And then how it impacts U.S. politics. Well, I mean, that's straightforward. Why it impacts U.S. politics. All right, so that's really what we're getting at there. Sorry, YouTube just yelled at me. That's why I had to put the music back on just a little bit. I don't know. Apparently, it didn't think I had audio coming in. All right. So Heather, does that make sense? Great. We good. And so, yeah, the ID questions are the key terms of the semester. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more time. So, are there any more questions out there? Heather, did that clear that up for you? All right, so Braden, When do I think the finals might be graded? My intention is to grade your finals on the 12th, right? That Tuesday, right? So you should know by then. Right? My intention is to grade it on Tuesday, right? That's when they're due. Well, they're due a little bit later in the week, but that's when I want them to be graded, right? I'll grade them the next day. Should we review the book chapters for studying purposes? Right, should you review the book chapters for studying? If you find that useful, then go ahead and do it, but everything is derived from the videos, right? From the lectures, right? That's where the vast majority, not the vast majority, all of the course material is coming from there. So that's really what you should be looking at. If you don't understand the essay question, will you be able to answer questions on Discord? I can't guarantee that I will be available during the 2 hours that you are taking the exam, in particular, especially if you're a night person. I can't guarantee I'll be available then. Right, I really do not want to answer. I will not be answering content questions after tomorrow at 9 p.m. That's my cutoff for that. But the essay is very straightforward, I believe. Right, I believe it's more straightforward than even the one from the midterm. Right, the midterm ones were a little bit tricky. But so really what I'm telling you is answer it to the best of your ability. Last essay question put you through a loop. Right, that part of taking exams is being able to do, right, interpret the questions as well, right? That is part of it. The essay needs to be an introduction by conclude. The essay needs to be developed, right? It needs to be an essay, right? It is a question that I'm asking you to answer in a thoughtful way, right? Including examples from class, including right, some well thought out things. I don't necessarily need you to restate the question, but I really am wanting you to answer the question in a thoughtful sort of way. Don't just like give me a whole bunch of bullet points, right? I want you to think about answering this question and then develop it. But now, does it necessarily have to be introduction, body, conclusion? No, but it does, right? It's going to be really hard to answer this. In fact, it's going to be impossible to answer it with one paragraph, right? It needs to have multiple paragraphs, if that's what you're asking. Anything else? I have another couple of minutes. Now, I will be available on Discord all day tomorrow. If you have any further questions, right, you can just shoot me something there. But right after about 9 p.m., that's when I'm going to cut things off. And I'm not answering any more content things from then on. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? Any content questions? Now that's the real important one. Any questions about content? All right, well, as this is winding down, I do just want to thank y'all. I know that this semester has been a particularly trying semester, right, for world events reasons. Hopefully I get to teach some of y'all in the future. I teach a wide variety of courses in political science and government. Look forward to working with y'all again in the future. Please remember to complete your complete some evaluations, right? You know, multiple communications have been sent out to y'all about how to do that through Moodle. So please remember to do that. And then other than that, right, I will be willing to do content stuff until about 9 p.m. tomorrow. That's when I'm going to cut it off. So other than that, I think that's pretty much going to wrap us up, unless we get any, last minute questions here. The video on demand of this will be available at this exact same link. I'll make sure it's posted in Discord as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up here. Yeah, if you have any questions, please just throw an emoji or something in chat, and I'll keep hanging out. But otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up here. So yeah, thank you all very much. I hope you have a great evening. Good luck on your finals, and just be excellent. Right? All of you, go out there and be excellent. I think that's going to do it for us here tonight. So I will, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all very much. Thanks for stopping by.